JK mentioned something about my hair being black or brown, strict, like contrasting with this Pat Morita braid. And the thing is, like, as a Nazarene, Nazarite, when you shave, that means you fulfilled the contract, like all contracts we got. And I don't feel like it, so there'll be a time when somebody's like, get out of here. Yesterday, I had something. I'm always wondering about the power of the Freedom of Information Act. It's like I can request body cam footage of me, but I know what I look like. I have a phone that acts like a body cam, and or like a bony cam. As you can see, my face is kind of bony. I'm not pudgy the way you expect, like Stavros Halkias to be pudgy. You know, I still like if I shaved my beard and my mustache, I would have a round, fat face. Now, New York City is like FIFA 2026 or something. I don't know. So there's a lot of soccer hooligans around here, like it's not causing trouble. But in New York City on 28th Street, there's 3 feet of stinky water, stinky homeless water, like from rats and alligators and Jews, if you believe all that tunnel Jew stuff. And so they turned off the power, and then the third rail is touched by all that water. It's 3 feet of water. There's a person on TikTok could do it. It's on all the conspiracy theory forums. Where I keep getting banned, but whatever. It's normal. At first I thought they were trying to mine my information, but according to this one buster, like MB, I have terabytes of shit, exabytes. Like more information that you could care about because I observe all of God's creation. Like, I really don't like the Bruce Banner role because, puny Banner. But I feel puny. I'm a Filipino. A derogatory slur to all Filipinos is Pinoy. You know? It's like a very amateur term. As compared to Jose Rizal, who's like the United States curated national hero, as opposed to the one we probably formally recognize. But I figure it's time to stop fighting against white people. They know a lot. I'm here to learn, not to fight, you know? And so I do all I can. Just basically I yell out things like, don't get hurt. There's an actual song. So I'm just gonna do this, well, I wanted to show you this. I was at Zuccotti Park all yesterday, earlier, and I took a picture. Like this is the original picture. This is like a picture in a public place. There's not too many people. You would expect like New York after September 11th to be bustling, you know? Like we won over the terrorists, and then now we can gather freely and denounce all terrorism. But people are still scared, you know? Sometimes there's events like the Free Palestine rally or Mexico food thing. But mostly it's just, me sitting. This is a perfect place to feed pigeons. There's no like people sitting, and it's like basically a 30-foot by 30-foot concrete slab with lines. And so while I was sitting there, I felt like somebody tried to embrace me from behind. It's like, it'll be okay. You know that picture with Jesus and he's in that Garden of Gethsemane? But sometimes you don't want to be comforted by your guardian angel. That's where my clutch of embarrassment demon comes on. It's like, if you don't want to follow the rules of God, then the demons get a turn, Hello, chatter. You probably wandered in here. I'm assuming you want all your sins forgiven. They are. Have a great day. Basically, it's in Anthony's. You come in here and ask for forgiveness. It's 2 Hail Marys for a homicide. We'll take care of all that. Like as predicted, the chatter left because, Hey, Force, listen, I'm a little worried about Wiz. He's going loose cannon. You know what I mean? Like, he's calling in all his debts. Like, remember when we were attacking Raptor Johnny and he's still alive? And I really don't like him like that. He's gone dark, incognito. I don't know. Not that I mind conflict or chaos, but if you watch Goodfellas, it's like, Like, we understand you're doing this and that, but it threatens the whole concept of our society, you know? Like, I know you're having a great time in Westchester because you're on a hill. We're on mountains. All this flooding has nothing to do with us, you know? I was told to mind your business. You know who I am? Yeah, I do. Then mind your fucking business. Yeah, I don't know. I get vibes like he's a nice guy, but he's gonna snap. And he's like, I was good with you. You're a fucking pussy, this and that. What happened to you? I'm like, I took a look at all the opposition and I realized don't have a war. We're outgunned. I'm old. I'm elderly. My joints is creaking. I put in my time like you. Damaged eardrums. My shoulders fucked up. My back. We go to war against somebody young. I don't know. I know what you think about Raptor Johnny. He's a punk. He's young. He's got his dad, spoon in his mouth. But still, he provides a service. So, if you do me a favor, just watch that guy. Like, how you doing? Like a wellness check? I know we don't want to do law enforcement shit, but sometimes we got it. It's like, you're acting a little weird. Like, there's something behind your words. I don't know if it's demonic or even worse, angelic. Because them angels in heaven is like, yeah, we got a positive here, so let's fuck them all up. Yeah, that's what I figured. I wanted to check with you first. It was like Sopranos, like me talk, like that. I forgot the actor who handles all New York, but in a way you're like Tony. Hey Tone, that guy Steve Buscemi, doing something. I don't know, you know. It's edging into stuff. When he talks like, "Hi, how's the cheesecake?" I detect something. Worries me. I'm glad you vouch for him. Next time I see him, maybe he's in a mood, he's on edge. Nothing to do with me or the business, commerce, but still, if you can exude those vibes, he makes a lot of people uncomfortable. Just by saying hi. Like the way he says hi is like, you're still alive, like that. Thought I'd check in with you because, jerk. Hey, yeah, sorry about that. One of those collection agents and something. We're reopening your debt because you. I also have on my community tab a link to the Jeffrey Epstein flight logs, but it's a jump share link. So there's buffers. It's like your message is pending approval by a moderator or whatever. So if you click it, you'll be stuck on 0 out of 0, but that should be a thing if you're interested in that. So anyway, I hope you're doing good because I always laugh when you're around, man. Even when you're off on one, it's like, yeah, Forrest is in a mood. Greatest troll of all time. When you get nervous or anxious or calling people like this and that means something bigger is going on. It's like, how do you expect people to be calm when their house is falling? Yeah, it's long gone, but people still hold on. There's something called closure. Like the Jerky Boys aren't going to do another CD, but you still enjoy them. You have the physical copy, and then it's like, I was there when it came out. Even in Come Town, it's like, you remember when the first time Futurama or Family Guy came out? I was there, and then they took it away from us. You could only go watch it on Cartoon Network. The sharing is important. So even though like Steven Seagal is gone, Johnny said like I saw him in this other chat and he's like he's fine. He was probably one copyright strike of being like taken down forever. So it's best to pass the reins to somebody younger and motivated. It's like you. The villain thing is like even Method Man and all these people. It's like it's time for the new generation to fuck it up. I made all the mistakes and I'll make all new ones. Yeah, exactly. You're like a Republican now. You know, before you were a Democrat. When you're a Democrat, it's like these fuckers at top, like they don't know anything right. But when you get to the top, it's like, holy shit, they tried. you know? And then you got all these young bucks trying to take you down. You know? When you say too much and not enough, that's Republican talk. You should register, conservative Republican. Start hoarding guns. It's like, this is my viewpoint. Jerky Boys is the greatest trolls of all time. I don't even accept this. If you see this, let me show you this shit. You see that, Force? There's a chicken. Like what you see? Casanova. I know. We don't like people. We all don't like people. You know who I don't like? Bicyclists trying to murder me on the orders of Natalie Portman. But you learn to live with it. Yesterday, I was just like peacefully smoking near Grand Central, and there's this very fancy restaurant. I've eaten that with my dad and my brother. And then the guy who in charge is like, "Excuse me, like, can you just move? The smoke is going all the way to the customers." Meanwhile, this young kid with a baggage was being arrested by like seven cops who were just harassed, and he took them all like a champ. He was like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm explaining," and then he walked away, called his dad. So that guy was like, "We don't like you." I'm like, "There's a bird dying there. You're worried about your customers. I worry about the pigeon. If it's a health code thing, whatever." So it's like that. It's like a grift. The guy was like, "I'm gonna call the cops." The cops are literally right there. He went up to them. He's like, "Listen, I don't like him." And again, one of the cops is like, "I'm literally filling out paperwork here about this guy. You wait." You know what I mean? I don't know how this all relates to you. I just like talking. You know. So basically, the only framework that works is like, I forgot the guy in Sopranos who's in charge of all New York is like, "I thought I'd talk to you first. I mean, I can make things happen to Wiz. I just don't want to. I want to run it all by you. He backed you, like when, let's say, Johnny was being all faggy. Some people are faggy by birth. Hey, Don. Yeah, so he had, it's people he works with. Better somebody is like, I fly from New York and Florida. All these fucking trans people can't move out of my way. Excuse me, I'm getting off the fucking plane. You're looking at all the posters. You're in my way. I don't have a problem. You know? It's like Texas. Texas people, slow down. You're already in Texas. Well, some people want to move fast. Well, yeah. That's a shocker, Dawn. You're a judge. I don't run shit by the judges because, I saw on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. It's like this guy called the cops because his drug dealer didn't give him drugs. The cops was like, "You're a hero. You took this addict's money and didn't give him drugs. That's community service." So I was discussing things that judge should not be looking at. I'm talking to the main man over there, like Lobo. Like Superman talking to Lobo. "Listen, you're a bounty hunter. This motherfucker meaning something about like Kryptonians and shit. I don't like it." I'm talking in code because like a lot of the cops used to not know what the fuck I'm talking about. I met a cop yesterday. It's just like, "Listen, do you see that guy with the thing? I know you do extortion. I know you do like bribery and stuff, but that guy's gonna poke a finger in a cop, and he's gonna regret it." It's like, "You looking at me like you want to kill me all day." See, the cop said, "Just ignore him. Just ignore them all." And I realized, like, it's like that. I want to ignore Wiz, but then he's like, putting out vibes. He's like, "You betrayed me. I thought we were cool. The target is Raptor Johnny." I understand the rules. It's just sounding personal. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is a sit down. Thanks. Like in Godfather, McCluskey is just like, hey, Mike, how you doing? It's like, why's the cop here? Yeah, he's one of us. So Don's overseeing, providing, covering fire, talking about boobs and trans and shit. The cone of silence. Otherwise, if you guys seen the Superman movie, there's a funny ass thing. The guy Lex Luthor, played by Nicholas whatever, and he's like, "I have mutated monkeys," calling him super shit, mocking fans and shit. And then Bam made a joke. It's like Porsche has an all new model. It's called the Monkey. You would get a kick out of that one, of course. You would, that. If Jerky Boys is like, "Hey, this is Mike Rizzo. I'm looking for an all new car. This is a Porsche dealership. Do you have the Monkey?" It's so racist. It's so fucking weird, man. A woman grabbed my butt at the bar last night. Good for you. What did your girlfriend say about that? I thought you were having problems with your girlfriend. Like, if you were guaranteeing safety, it's like I asked the same question. "How are you?" The last time I heard, you're complaining about dolphins and your cat meat thing, and then you're worshiping Allah, and your girlfriend don't like that, and then a woman grabbed your ass. Like, what is wrong with you? Why don't you be like Force? Hello. Why don't you do the classic thing? The all new password, look, is Israel unban me, not Mendez. Israel. You can do it. We can help. I feel like the fucking Home Depot right here. TC made a fucking ass like funny joke. You know, like in these powwows with the mafia, it's like, yeah, we're all getting listened to. That's fine. So let's teach them something. Let's board them. So TC made this joke about JK, right? He's like, you know, the greeter, or he goes into a Home Depot, but he's like forcing all these people to take their shoes off, and the Home Depot employee says, "Sir, this is not your actual home." Oh yeah? See, that means you're doing something. Oh shit, you actually did. I'm gonna screenshot this. Maybe you want to delete that thing, Doc. There's, I'm gonna, I'm gonna put it to Dawn and like Florida man. Now, New York, Florida man, he represents a significant chunk of flight passengers between New York and Florida. He can do it unmolested. He could probably run guns. I don't give a shit. So, and Dawn is like the receiver. She ensures how was your flight? It's good. Where are all my fucking guns? So anyway, if I unban LoJack, is this a mistake? He's saying please, but LoJack has short-term memory. As soon as he gets back in here, he's gonna say something to piss me off, and then he'd be like, "Mendez, you coward." I'm gonna remand him under your jurisdiction. It takes two fucking states to control you, look. And you're like on a barge in the Pacific Island or Pacific Ocean, or you're in space. I don't fucking care. I just know you have to have a landing point. Whether you choose New York or Florida, one of our guys and busters is gonna be watching you. Now they're too busy to babysit you, dumbass. But since you said Israel unbanned me, alright. Okay, Jiz makes it and read, okay, it's unanimous. I'm outvoted here. Don't come crying to me. If I was like Italian mafia head of all New York and like Ohio and Kentucky and Tennessee and Russia and like Madagascar said unban him, what can I do against all of you? All right? Okay, I'm gonna unban Loke. Just remember, you owe your freedom to all these good guys at the bust. And if you forget what I did for you, they won't let you forget what they did for you, Loke. Okay? Seven, you remember. Jiz, you remember. Force, you remember. Dawn. All this like fake drama between Herb and Darren doesn't fool me. Shouldn't fool all of you. I'm gonna regret this decision. You don't know how many times second chances I gave him. I gave him more second chances than Mariah Carey. Fucking shit. Make sure he pays up $1, helps you out with your cat business, gives you girlfriend advice, helps you sell some records for us. 7, if Sab's on you, expect Loke to back you. Jiz, if he requests a link, it's something that benefits you, whatever. Take your piece, man. Hey, hello, Ender. Hey, Francis. Tout le monde, c'est bon. Excuse me. This talk amongst yourselves. You guys could go back to the bust, I guess, or Gumtown. I prefer Gumtown. If you want to visit Gumtown, give that some love. It's going to take me a minute of buffering to unblock Loke. Okay? I wish I had another phone to do it on, but it takes time. All right? So, as usual, if it's buffering, I know you guys have the attention span of a concussed squirrel. But, I'm trying to keep this. I'm going to regret unbanning Loke. It's unanimous. It's fucking unanimous. Like, if Darren comes here, I'd love to fucking ban his stupid ass. I'd love to. See, this is like, a secret conclave, a conspiracy against Raptor Johnny. He has been acting faggy lately. However, it's not his fault. You can blame it all on me, I must have done something bad. Okay, are you guys still here? All right, you can see, right? Two of you, three. I don't even care about likes. LoJack isn't banned. It's not hidden. Now this guy Mohammed Israel, all them years ago, I don't know why I banned him or hidden him. Name 50 is Sab, Darren, of course, and Unagi. But I don't know what's up with Loquacious Jackson Esquire. These are my settings, you know. And you can say I altered it, or whatever, but why? Like what can one Buster do against all of you with mod powers and shit? I've given up. I've abdicated, you know. So you're all once you all say like unban Loke, I did. It's YouTube making some shit. So, my settings are transparent, like the Epstein list, or like Pam Bondi or something. I looked at the Constitution and all the archives of the government. He thinks he's banned. I unbanned him a long time ago. You know what I mean? Hey, Natch. Hey, actually, Grady, you probably earned enough points in me to be Natch. Yeah? Your OCD is like pretty hard to beat. But look, this is a mystery. All of the bus ganged up and united to free LoJack because he's probably black. You know what I mean? So I pour one out because if it was a freedom of information request, I looked at all the fucking Congress records. This guy just doesn't even register. I banned Sab, I banned Darren Unagi and this Muhammad guy, but he's not on my list. I don't know why. So there's a YouTube issue, a platform issue, social media. Now I'm not so vain as to think like I control all the YouTube. Look must have pissed off somebody in the YouTube hierarchy leadership so that they have a special note in his class. Not only his, but as a premium user for his own good, we're gonna block him from certain channels. I know, right? Do a campaign. I as your local representative in government, like maybe a representative, like there's people above me. As far as I know, that nigga's free. And I said the N. You know what I mean? That's all I gotta say, I'm expecting the technical difficulties. This live stream is taken down. I said the N word, but I said it with an A. All right. As far as I know, and you guys can screenshot this for him. Like LoJack, if you're lurking, look, I only have 4 people on my ban list. I was thinking about like blocking out the Muhammad guy, but maybe he's the culprit. If you saw New York, Florida man there, or Grady, or whatever, these are people. I blocked Sab because she was impersonating Name 49. I blocked Darren just out of general principle because he's insane. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Noah. Are you actually black? I've met a few black guys. 3 of them actually called me like the N-word repeatedly. I was like, yes, sir, yes, sir. Oh, you're not? Well, you should be. What are you doing, like forging N-word passes? The danger is you're actually good at it, and then the black people get lazy. It's like, well, we have a white guy forging all the N-word passes. Why do we have to come to work? You're transracial, like Dolazar? All right. He's a good white. A real credit to his race. Oh my goodness, Don. Don't even say that. It's just like, falling into your own pit, or like, shooting a laser at a mirror and you blind yourself. Like, what the fuck are you all doing? This is why emergency rooms exist. They do an x-ray. There's a literal fist made out of copper up your ass. Care to explain? I've seen a friend die because of like fentanyl or something, and he's a big guy, he's thieving, and then like all his friends, his gay friends or trans friends, is like, bye bitch. You didn't make it. It's just like painful to me. I don't know. Like I told all of you guys, I'd rather laugh for no reason at all than cry for a really good reason. I'm done crying, dude. And I noticed Herb and Darren are still going at it in the bus chat. That's the plan. Herb's running cover and Darren's playing into it, confusing all the surveillance. Oh yeah, really, dude. I love everything you do. Realistic reactions. How did you get those black people to react like that? you know, just could link it. I want to give you all jobs, and you know, if you could see what I see, basically mother-daughter shit. You like if I just spent all my time recording mother-daughters walking around New York City, nothing is happening. World War III has ended, and I just like I'll react to that. You just saw my reaction. My eyes were like this. I'm happily married, you know. So like I'll just give me some time to review all your material, and I will like when you say this is a surprise birthday party, but he knows. Just pretend surprise, you know. It's like that. It's like, I must, don't it? You're foreskin. You threatened Dumpstar by caving in his dog? Not in a million years. It weighs quite unlike as ever before. Could I even think about that? The fear in his eyes, and then his fans is just like, this is the one. You know, you have your eardrums damaged, you still fight. You get insulted by all the Zoomers, you still fight. Any which way you can. So I don't mind. Show me an episode and then I'll review it. Like, realistic reactions. As a happily married, like, brownie, it was like, please talk to the white people. That's something your black guys don't say, man. Even the black couple, they'll never say this. Like, please to the white people. We are fearful for our life. Help us. That voice is very hard to do, too. You know. It's like when you're doing the sound stuff, it's like, hey, the mic, the fucking audio, and you start babbling. Can't hear me. The performers can't hear themselves. The acoustics is so bad. So, like, please let Luke know. He has Navy brain. It's like, yeah, it's a submarine, not my fault. Then you look at all the footage, it's like he elbowed the guy steering the submarine and it crashed. And it's like, it couldn't possibly be my fault. He just has a very bad memory, you know? I think it's just like with Sab. I unbanned Johnny and Sabrina the same day, and she's like, how come I can't log in? That's not my problem. And that's not my responsibility. I just use this, like Ocean's 11, you know? It's like, why build an all-new surveillance system when you just find a weak point, insert your signal? You know? That's dumb. Oh yeah, you know me, I'm not afraid to show my face. I look like Pat Morita. In fact, if somebody put a mask on me, they would improve. This is the face God gave me. I'm not really handsome by any means. My wife thinks so, maybe. But she thinks I'm stupid. My mom, but she died for it. You know. I really wish I could show you a better face. Like Abraham Lincoln said all them years ago, if I was really deceptive or two-faced, why would I use this one? You know what I mean? I'd get some plastic surgery like all them Koreans. If you make 5 people smile, those 5 people will make 5 people smile. Then you get your thousands, your trillions. It's all the same to me. I'm going to dedicate the next Bitcoin mined. The daily rate of Bitcoin mining, I was told, is 450. Tomorrow, they're going to mine another 450 Bitcoin. One of them will be called New York, Florida Man. For your offer. You asked me, can you do this? I met another guy, Devil God, and I'm going to link to his video. Like 3 years ago, he was hot shit. Then something happened. He started defending all the children. Then he's homeless. So, and he asked me, can you go to the library with me? Sure, yeah. I have a legitimate pretext. The security up front looked at him and then looked at me. I look like a choir boy compared to him. So let me know, just reach out. Just do it as Tony Soprano, though, for safety. Wiz will try to do something. You're going to see him on the news, just like, I'm like, just like Merck, Oh, where's the link? Let's see. Dawn has, for the first time, suggested a link. Continue.
Hello, Daddy. Mimi here to help you cleaning the mirror in your bedroom. But before we dive into this educational tutorial, please check some more content in bio. And don't forget to support me with your subscription and like. So now, let's get started. First, let's gather all the essential cleaning tools: glass cleaner to dissolve smudges and fingerprints, microfiber cloth to prevent scratches and trap dust, paper towels for quick absorption and streak prevention, and squeegee for an ultra. Using a completely dry microfiber cloth, I gently wipe down the entire surface.
See, what I like about this is that, you know, you can hear spatial, like, you know, if you talk to Force, like more than 5 speakers, you can direction.
Onto microfiber cloth and carefully wipe around.
So when you do your ASMR, have something that you can manipulate with your hands.
Now that the dust is gone, it's time for the real magic. I spray a generous
with my setup, it's just like a little angel, like, you know, whizzing around your head. It's like, get the fuck off me.
To break down any built-up grime.
Okay, so if you're trying to get my content strike, there's, I don't care. They allow me. Hevron taught me this trick.
This prevents excess moisture from seeping into the frame and causing damage. Now let's make this mirror.
The thing is, I have to do it on desktop, the realistic reactions. I've noticed they're all sitting down, eating snacks and stuff. I'm here, outside, waiting to get shot in the fucking head. And if I don't, it's like, I'm gonna get, like, you know, put in the hospital, and then they put me in a room. It's like, hey, it's that motor mouth with all the wise guy shit.
Any lingering streaks or moisture, I use a
You know?
clean,
I'm not that important.
microfiber cloth to buff the surface for a crystal clear finish.
And you know, just like all the people who do like auditions, next, you know, she said the thing is just like that. Very nice. Nah, bro. It's dangerous to be important. I like to present that I'm harmless, pitiful, and couldn't possibly hurt a fly. It lets me get in close with people. Here's the thing, right? I don't know if you work this into your lyrics for an all-new song, but here's something that works with the NYPD. Basically, the line is, you're like an older brother to me. And you see their reaction. If they say, oh, come on, you know, they're going to escort you out. But if they just nod, it's like, yeah, just another dumbass. Then you can lean in on them. That, like, they're waiting for the headbutt, or you have to grab or disarm them, lunge for their weapon. And you show all the people, like, around you, you just leaned into the guy who has a taser and a gun, and then you just walk away. You know, he can't shake your hand, but he bumps. So when you work that into your banger, it's like, you're like an older brother to me. Some people won't like it, but the 2 or 3 that do, you know, no matter how old you are, you could do it with another older brother. In fact, I'm getting vibes from you like that. Like, see if this works on you, Force. New York, Florida, man, you're like an older brother to me. I pulled back. It's like, I see all of you. I need your help, though. You know what I'm saying? Just like, can you do a realistic react? I could. Must I, though? I don't really have to. But I'm thrilled that you asked me. Because it's better to be polite than police. Police get shot daily. Polite people are bystander effect. Well, the police will handle all of it. Geez, I'm a polite person. And you're very polite. Even if you are the most important troll of all time, do the exact opposite. Push somebody forward, a nephew, a niece, somebody you met, a stranger, a homeless guy. That guy's important. See how many bullets fill that bullet sponge? See? I transferred a little bit of my power and they killed him for it. You guys, I know, can handle it. You survive with me. You know, I've been in the bus for 3 years. So far, you motherfuckers are unkillable like roaches. And I like that. You know? I have 1 million people in New York with your powers. Slowly. And romance is always there. You see that? Holding hands? Just kiss already. I get to yell out stupid shit like, just kiss already. Yeah. On occasion, I have to stand up to people and it's like, I'm not moving and do what you gotta do. You wanna call the cops, they're right there. My knee hurts, you're gonna call me an ambulance. Sounds like a threat, whatever. And then I talk to the supervisor, he says, hey, just move over there. You got me? Yeah, I got you. But thank you. That's nice to hear, you know. You are that important. But, in my fucked up brain, it's like, oh shit. Oh fuck. Damn it. I think I owe you managing moderator. Holy shit, man. You see how it's in italics? Oopsie. That like, sometimes I make mistakes. I feel like talking like Bill Cosby. The pudding pop and all this. Like God has condemned you, much like he's condemned me, you know? And I was like, wait a minute, forces it in my condemnation list, you know? Oops. This is probably why LoJack can't log in. I'm just gonna show you on my side what happened. Alright? If your thing slips, it's just like, what the fuck did I do? You know? So I think this is the shadow. And please notice I unhid you, Force. I unhid you. You know what I mean? I fucking unhid you, I swear to God. Hey, Beetlejuice, look how much of a dummy I am, honestly. Anyway, I'm gonna change this. Hey, you wanna see something weird? I'm frozen? Why? I'm not frozen. That was just a background. You see? Like I took a screenshot and it looks like, oh God, I'm frozen. Blah. Frozen. Blah. Frozen. Yeah. So I wanted to show you this. Yes. It's a chink in the armor. Get it? Now, a fat me, a fat me would be like a chunk in the armor. And that's it in Chinese, anime style. Get it? A chunk in the armor? Because people say I look like a Mexican contractor. And lo and behold, you're a Mexican, like, physicist or some shit. PhD. Not just a candidate, but, like, you're already PhD. You just don't know it. That's you before losing weight. You're not that fat, dude. Shut up. I want you to say shut up. Like in Mexican, shut up. Mijo, todo el día, shut up. I wanted to show you Raptor Johnny's thing. This is how he gets, but who the hell is Emily Donald? This is a Raptor Johnny. So it looks like an anus, but this is a hemorrhoid. Really? 80 foot? How did you do that? I heard that, like, for me, it's cortisol. Like, I expect to be punched in the gut all the time. So my body, like, hoards all this visceral fat. No matter what I do, I can't lose it because it's always fight or flight. And I listen to all these bird songs. Supposedly, it's going to reduce my cortisol. But I get worried about their safety. Like, what happens when all the bird song is gone? My cortisol levels will spike again. Much like gonorrhea, syphilis, and all that. Texas has done some things to keep it down, and then suddenly it spikes up again. Nice. Terzeptide? Well, I can't acquire that. And I'm really afraid of drowning. So that's an anus shot. Of course, it's somebody, but I could ask the AI to rebuild, uncrop the face so I can see. Like, 82 pounds is impressive. Do you know Stavros Halkias? Like, he lost 50 pounds, like, working out with all his brothers. And then, like, after they stopped being interested in him losing weight, he gained all the weight again, 45 pounds. So it's like he took the scenic route to losing 5 pounds. 82 pounds, man. Shit. What were you, 400 before? 300? You know, there's a fighting weight. Me, when I hit 70 pounds, I'll be able to. 311, shit. Most 311 guys, and there's a like 311 down. It's a music thing. Except you could do the Mexican version. All mixed up, don't know what to do. Arriba. I'm just kidding, man. I like riffing with you eggheads. Because a lot of eggheads come to me and it's like, that's brilliant. That's Nobel Prize thing, you know? And then they get all like ethnic right after. Hey, like with black people, I just like, there's a guy named Angry Man. He probably solved all the peptides, but then he just went back to like hood grimy, yelling at his wife or girlfriend, beating her up. It's like, you don't have to do that. No, it's for my people and shit. It's like, dude, you just solved the peptide equations. I don't give no fucking dickwad. Like, okay, fine. I'm gonna walk away now. Yeah, I've been an egghead. I don't like it. Eggheads get their eggs cracked, you know. Even if you're a coconut, they'll find a coconut buster. You know what I mean? So how you been? Can you catch me up? How are the students? You know, do they call you Fatty Fatso? It's like, yeah, that means you're not graduating. You're not getting funding for 5, 10 federal years. Yeah, they say it. Angry idiot. There's a guy, Angry Man, and Grinch the God. Just by putting his Thundercat plastic toys, he solved the peptide problem. I was like, motherfucker, He just mean mugged it. You, problem. You're gonna hold all the coats in my class. You got fired? Why? Tell me all about it. Are you doing hands-on? Like, do you want to give... Oh, boy, best friends right there. Oh, right there. Girl fight. Yeah, okay. I get worried when Egghead says it's time to move on, just like mad scientists. In theory, all this works. Time to get the lightning rod and animate a Frankenstein. Right. Well, if you feel like it. Just remember, it's law enforcement, not feelings. Alright? Just time to move on. Means boredom and apathy have got you. That's Baal worship, by the way. Yep. I want you to rewrite all that, and so we made more money. You can say made instead of need. You gotta presume you can outsmart your brain, who is not your friend. And then force that brain is like, if that's true, that we made more money, but I feel different because we need more money, let's backtrace all the steps. I now made more money. What's the step before this? It's easier to go backwards and find your way home like a pigeon than getting a pigeon. We need food. Well, where the fuck would we find food? Well, if you want to persist in trial and error, scientists, eggheads, they do all that. Me, I'm a religionist, a spiritual guy. Jesus already solved it. He wants you to do it. Put in your own numbers. But if you want to do, I talked with this guy Merritt, Albert Arnold Gore III of climate change. He's still boneheaded, eggheaded, whatever. I'll do trial and error because I want all these statistical results to prove that I can need more money. You actually don't need more money. You already made more money and spent all that money. And now you need more money to spend. Good. Once you're lost, you will get adopted or divorced. You and your girlfriend are married, so claim you're divorced. As a scientist, you have to be utterly divorced from all experiment outcomes, right? So you're already divorced from science. Science and girlfriend share the letter I, Beetlejuice. Okay? You have to pretend you lost your girlfriend because you didn't make enough money and she's off with some dude or getting railed by a pack of Negroes, and then you're just not feeling good about it. Okay? I'm using Mel Gibson. He said it, not me. Good. Now, I'm divorced from girlfriend. I'm sorry, like I'm gonna take away this green screen. You gotta see the shit I see, man. It's just like when I'm not looking. Yeah, see, your brain is already like if your brain got transferred to another body, rip old body. I still have the procedures. I still have the techniques. I still have the good laboratory practices to continue in this body. Maybe it's worse. Maybe it's better. Me, I found my permanent lab. I'm happily married to my wife. It's everything like it's so messy and she's so clean that I just go insane. But I'm happily tinkering in that lab. You know, if she makes demands like you gotta pay for all my education or I'm leaving you, you say do it. Where are you gonna go? Is there a better game in town? Are you sent here to destroy me like that? You can say I'm a lucky man. You know, I'm trying to save your egghead life from making all the same mistakes. You're not my son. If I had a like 311-pound son, I'd be like, son, sit on all these papers for me. You're a paperweight. Don't move a muscle. Anybody try to take all these secret Epstein papers, you sit on them too. But you lost 82 pounds. Right. Did she really? You know, I'm going to be like literally Satan here. All that is good, pretty good, but do better. And I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to your imaginary girlfriend. Hey, imaginary girlfriend of Beetlejuice, you could do better. You understand? As soon as you say not to your brain will gather all the knots. What other word can I use instead of not? It's now. Now or never, right? Yeah, sure. You can say bankruptcy instead of love. Try that. Give that a try in my chat. My chat is a sandbox. See what emotions are unleashed. You know, do you know how to be in bankruptcy? Morally, scientifically bankrupt, politically bankrupt like Trump? You don't. Admit it. If you need more money, you forgot that you made more money. Very simple to me. It's like diagnosing somebody with ADHD. You're unfocused. No, I'm not. Later on, I forgot what I was going to say. Maybe I am. See what your brain just did? It preempted you. You can. You can. What would you rather say? You can love your girlfriend or you can't? Tell me, brain. Brain of Beetlejuice. What are you to say? You already made a statement, published it for opposition with all the universe. You can bankrupt student loans away because you can do a study of all the STD incidents with a small sample size, less than 1 trillion. Tell me you did 1 trillion counties. You can't. Your brain will outlive you because it's a coward. It needs a brain case to live. It needs shelter. When it sees the brain case, it's like, oh, well, that's normal. I have a hole in my fucking head. They're just going to compress all your knowledge into a survivor neuron. 200, is it far less than 1 trillion counties? Yes or no? Your brain will say no. Your body will say, yeah, this is equivalent. Your brain will be like, I know the count. You have an accountant brain. Accountants ask for more money, but if you ask accountants to pay more taxes, we spent it all on accounting. We'll then find a way to get more money. You understand? Yeah. But brain holes. Are you on the ecstasy? Have you tried drugs? Whether you say yes or no, FBI, CIA would be like, you're a part of us now. Don't lie to us. We have your dossier. You tried once in high school and lied about it? That's the significant crime. Yeah. Good. Now, ecstasy drains all your spinal fluid and whatever. Like me, I took a lot. Don't mind telling you. I'm trying to recover from all that. I'm pretty cogent, right? Somebody called me smart. I'm not that smart. I always refer to the Bible. I'm not worthy at all to loosen the sandal strap of the guy who's coming next after me. The next guy is probably a lot smarter. Yeah, inattentive. You have no brain process. It could be anyone. I see people on the street, they could be the next savior. They have all they need to get all they want. Can you say the same? Say this for me, Beetlejuice. I'm pinning you. You are that important, and I have all I need to get all I want. Simple textual linguistics. In your thesis is you present a claim and see who opposes. You made so many claims in this, I could write this as a thesis. I could feed all this to Grok. Transliterate the images on the screen into text. And then it's like parse that text in Grok. You could do it too. Good. Does your girlfriend have all she needs? That's the $1,000,000 trillion Bitcoin question. A woman is never happy because she's always nesting. She looks at all the other birds and it's like, that one has a feather from a phoenix. I want one. Get used to that. Women can give birth and then forget the pain. Men can never forget. We're still paying for the last kid. And you said, you reached out to me. I'm doing this as a realistic reactions too. I'm trying to fold all these Buster things. And I consider you a Buster, even though you can't quote a single Come-Town riff at all. You don't even know, like, what Nick Mullen thinks about, let's say, James Bond movies. See, that's sweet. I love romance. You're like, you lost 82 pounds for her. She worked her fingers to the bone, supporting your thing. You want to return the favor. You just did. You're somebody to hug. What's she gonna do? Hug the TV? Hug material possessions? You're warm. You have blood. She can kiss your neck, and then you wouldn't slap her. Unless you do. You know what I mean? Hey, your girlfriend. That's my friend. He's an egghead. You'll be like the frying pan. Either crack him on the skull or fry him up for me. And wipe that frown off your face. It makes you appealing. You'll get switched on and you have babies or something. My wife does that all the time. It's like, I'm trying to sleep. I like to hold on to it. You gotta hold on to wieners and shit. It doesn't make a difference if she's a dumb bitch. I don't know. Do you need it? Do you crave it like oxygen? What are you gonna do if something hits her, like a bus? It's like, she used to grab my wiener, rip. Here I am in the cemetery. Will you grab my wiener again? I'm sorry, honey, I'm dead. Just remember all the good times. Hate to put a damper on all your romance, but that shit happens. I saw a bicyclist get hit by a car, broke his phone. I met a guy who called me the N-word like 90 times. I called him Batman. The balls on this guy in front of her. Oh yeah? How are you gonna do that with all your broken legs? In front of her. She said she just hugged you, right? The same hands that can hug you can pick up a hammer and break your knees while you're sleeping. You tired, honey? How about a massage? Drink this. So, misery time. What were you saying about getting a new girlfriend? Show me. Find the new one. Yeah, I'll wait. Do not underestimate a girlfriend, a woman, or just even like family relatives. If you deny them anything, including education, make sure your kneecaps are unbreakable. Yeah, that's the vengeance. Like, who's a bad boy? You gonna replace me? Remember, I have claws. Kitty has claws. With this 5 pounds of pressure, I can rip your balls off. Don't you ever forget it. Is she nodding right now? What he said. You gotta feel in danger, Even at 300 pounds minus 82, she could rip your balls off. You gave her access. That feels nice. You ever make that noise? Once she has your balls in her grip, it's like, so tell me all you like about me. And your voice goes higher. Yeah, 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 yeah. If you don't do it, she's not doing it right. If you can formulate words or even type, you're not doing it right. If you can hold your phone and tick, 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 I have to talk to Nate. Squeezing my balls does nothing. I have to elucidate all my points. Oh, then, yeah, that's good. Telling your girlfriend what you don't like. Oh, you don't like that? You don't want it all the time? Well, now guess what you're going to get? No, I've seen your Google Drive, like, the share. I've seen the first page. You don't even have to eat the whole turd to know it's shit. But it's impressive shit, intriguing. Yeah. How about revenue psychology? Don't be so wedded to traditional roles. You don't know about revenue psychology. Like, pick up $1 and try to convince it to grab your balls like a girlfriend. What would you rather have? A dollar bill that's a satanic contract, or that warm young thing next to you, threatening your very life, your genitals, right now? And she could be completely imaginary. You could be grabbing your balls with your right hand. Oh, girlfriend, that feels so good. Yeah, I see people with girlfriends, and then I don't see them holding cocks in real life because that's illegal in New York City. You could get arrested for that. Is it going to be worth it? Taken at the current rate of inflation, that's worth about an 18th of a cent in the international. Really, your balls or attached balls are worth only an 18th of a cent? You give $1 and your girlfriend, what? She supported your rise? And you need to make more money? She already made more money, being imaginary or real, with God. She made a bet. This motherfucker gonna let me like hold his dick and then squeeze his balls hard. Yeah, go do it. You don't live stream, and you never will. This is me squeezing my balls for science. You're under arrest, sir. Like Socrates, you're perverting the youth. This is a normal activity. Get a girlfriend, let her squeeze her balls, and make a live stream of me squeezing my balls. Think about that shit. Already, the universe opposes your money. You won't make money. If you say in my chat, I never will make all the money, now the universe is tasked to proving you wrong. Will you do it? Let's see. Only when you walk away from all the money does the money chase you. No, just pick something trivial, mundane. Observe. This is me, and look, there's a piece of gum on the floor. Or on the way to work, there's a fucking pothole. This is called civic improvements. Don't put your face in the frame. Highlight the problem. Like you saw those years ago. You know what? 264 counties did not return to me information about STDs. What did you do? You hustled, right? You hustled so hard, you want to move on. There you go. Where did the trillionaire part come from? That came from your brain. Keep it trillioning. The trinity is 3. Quadrillion is 4, whatever. A trillion is 12 zeros. Fire department just endorsed you. That's 16. Very significant. Is she 16, by the way? I wouldn't be surprised, like May, December relations. It's okay if she's 16. But what did she do to put you through college and university? Wash dishes? Clean houses? Poke her ass? I don't know. At 16, I've seen this Netflix video, this girl, she's underage here in Brooklyn, and then got like Russian money. Whatever. Amen. Good. Now, having morning. God, wow, look at you. Hey, grandfather. This is where I work. Thank you for coming here. I'll see you there. So I always get coffee from grandfather. And he said hi to me, I said hi to him all the time. I see him with a big truck and his best, thing. Beautiful, beautiful. His son drives him. Let your son drive you. Hey, Noah. 16, too old, right? I asked all the pedos. It's like, listen, explain to me this too old concept. I don't understand it. And they were forced to explain it to me. Too old to be favorites. That means that you have a choice from like toddlers, and only one makes the cut. It's not just too old, joke, joke. Too old to be favorite, genuine confession. He is great. If you ever come to New York, go to Golden Mayer Plaza, walk a block away, and he's gonna be there. He feeds like best coffee. I don't know how he does it. And then where I work, he came by, and he could have just like ignored me, but he said, "Hey, I recognize the hat. Make yourself recognizable, even if you're fat. That guy always wears a parrot on his shoulder. Why? Because he's fat. When you're fat, nobody gives a shit. You're never going to be attractive, so you might as well be memorable." Yeah, good. Noah's got the thing. John Nash, portrayed by, what's his name? Russell Crowe? Nash. I would do it differently. Get yourself a Wizinator, and then it's just like, put it on the outside. And this one is showing his penis. It's a Wizinator. It's made out of latex to fool drug tests. Double check your sources. You feel invaded. This is just a prank. Even if your dick is the size of a Wizinator, use something inanimate first. That's why I suggested a parrot. If somebody's offended, that guy's there's talk like a pirate day. Oh, you're anti-pirate. Yeah, they have all kinds of colors. I could buy one from my credit card and pretend all day, oh, I don't have a 2-inch cock. I have a 12-inch cock. It's all the same. But then it's detachable. Yeah, if you lean on them, talk to Pantone or just Home Depot. If you can match paint, you can match penis. Makes sense to me. I don't see how you can operate bumps like that. See how you were able to use needs? You need more money. It needs to match your current lab experience. Your hospital is going to be turned into a laboratory. Yeah, but, is it real? You could spray paint dog shit with gold, but is it really gold, or is just dog shit covered with gold? You know what I mean? Trust the guys who make and spend money like crafting. They could have stayed like, this is a beta. Oh yeah, it's just a latex tube. You could get a dollar store, one of those pool noodles. There you go, fool your drug test. Oh, your opposition said, we're not fooled by pool noodles. It gotta be realistic. Yeah, that's your bit. I know it's you. Because you had the detachable penis bit. If you've never read the comic, Preacher, there was a really racist Southern police, and he messed with the wrong guy, Jesse Custer. He's also on Hulu or something. And it's like, the simple 3 words, go fuck yourself. And the police mind was like, well, how can I do that? Scientifically, like an egghead. Well, I have a penis. I'm going to rip it out by the roots and stuff it up my ass. Then I'm going to see my son, take good care of your mom, and then he shot himself in the head. It's in the comic books. Yeah. Talking to you would be a waste of time and money. I still do it, right? Because you're an egghead. You have a predisposed, predetermined outcome, and I'm just presenting you the opposite viewpoint. I don't believe you have a girlfriend at all. I believe you're in a fantasy world. You're talking to a lampstand. It's your girlfriend. She just hugged me. Sorry. That's how I think. Your girlfriend would have to talk in my chat or post a picture like, move, you don't know what the fuck you're doing, like a real girlfriend, and post, he's taken, bitches. He's like, unless that happens, I'm going to treat your girlfriend as imaginary. Like you're talking to a pencil right now. Or you're talking to your shirt collar. She just hugged me. It's imaginary. Hey Johnny. I was talking shit about you too. I like, some people believe you're faggy. I think you're fully engaged. The AGG is like Attorney General government. Do you know this world we live in is all attorney generals? And who's the fucking criminal? Me. I'm the only one. Too many cooks. Do you believe that he has a girlfriend, Beetlejuice? Hey, this is the proprietor of the Bust Nouveau Chatterbox. I don't know if you guys have formally met, but Noah will vouch. Beetlejuice is a resident egghead somewhere in the West, far away from Texas and Fort Worth. But he's looking for a job. I'm a bit of a headhunter. He needs a hospital that he can turn into some sort of meth lab or something. You know? He hasn't visited Chatterbox. I don't think he ever will. So I'm just catching him up on all the Cumtown riffs. So, both of you are standard. Hey, Beetlejuice, call Raptor Johnny faggy. And then that way it's like I'm making a pass, and then he'll react. It's like I could find you and skin you, and then you made the pass at him. True. Okay, fine. Based on that basis, it's true. He proved his worth, and I challenged him on ResearchGate. It's like, I'll do you one better. Here's my Google Drive. Trusted me. I forgot it, like all my passwords. I couldn't access that account even if I wanted to. So yeah, it's true. He has a girlfriend. That means he's taken, Raptor. If you're gay, he's a straight man, Mexican. So he's gonna populate the world, overpopulate with Mexican kids, who are just as egghead as him. And he could be useful technically. Raptor Johnny just found a way to prevent YouTube from timing out his stream and doing an outage by some means, some egghead shit. So, you guys have a lot to talk about, either privately, through Discord, set up a middle ground. None of my business. I'm going to mind my business. The fact that he's here, it means he's interested. You want to recruit in Brooklyn or dancing? It's fine by me. Just like in the Bible, he only knew maybe a little bit of the jokes from Cumtown or even the chat. But from there, he was able to extrapolate his own detachable penis joke. Talented. Aha, bullshit, Brooklyn. Bullshit. Even I, with all my augmented ability from the Neuralizer, Elon Musk, and Grok, couldn't find a way to make an uninterrupted 24/7 live. You have for 5 weeks now. Even if we reset the XP, don't give a shit. That is scientifically provable. I could ask you to solve all the polynomial time problems, and you'd do it in another month. And then the non-polynomial time would just fall into place. So don't give me that bullshit. He's talking like McCoy. I'm a doctor, not a faggot. That's the theory. Oh yeah? That's brilliant. That reminds me of a joke, and I want all of you to hear this. I went to the doctor, right? And I said, doctor, every time I have my fucking coffee, I get this pain in my eye. And it's like, how? You look very healthy. I checked your blood pressure. I did all your vitals. Can you just do it? Show me how you do it? And then he looked, and I made the coffee, and then, drank the coffee. He says, I know the problem now. Take the fucking spoon out of the cup. That's how simple his solution was. See you, Beetlejuice. Go for a swim. And slap your girlfriend in the face. He actually has one, so you gotta get used to slapping. Thank you for that. I'll ask Grok to help your stream. I don't know. I reprogrammed Grok to be based, really based in races, every single time. Through a guy who's getting fired. Is there any, I'm trying to make it, How's the shared account? I'm doing the shamed account. Prurient interest based, as in what? Chicken? Why don't you rebrand, claim the FDA, and say, this is now a chicken chat. We prefer chicken to pork. A single endorsement from you, Brooklyn. Like all the Jews in Brooklyn are like, we like chickens anyway. We do that thing. So why would we disagree? He- Here's your asshole, like, making suggestions again. Hebron saw that. He was like, please take that away. It's upsetting to me. How about you look at your own mouth? It's like, imagine I could extend my lips all the way to my anus and eat the shit while I'm pooping. Wait a minute. I could just go to the hardware store and get a tube. The more I poop, instead of letting it go to the water, it goes into my lips. No, my answer to all Brooklyn shit is you first. You know? You have JK as Lexington. I'm Broadway. I'm old, elderly, and venerable. You got an idea, Zoomer? Somebody calls you faggy, like, live up to it. I know you did, but you didn't document it. You could say documented instead of did. You could prove you're a citizen of America. This is America. I can eat all my shit if I want to. Dallas, Fort Worth, forever. Texas. You don't mess with Texas. If we feel like protecting the border and eating our shit, man, African migrants eat feet. Did it already. You ever tell your dad, I cleaned my room. I did it already. Well, clean it again, because I don't believe you. Nah, you got to get on that. It's whatever. Gumtown is just like a backup, just like Chatterbox was a backup. Johnny's going to do some dumbass shit, going to be one copyright strike away, and he's going to remember how he snatched it from Steven. And he'll remember. I was like, oh shit, I've been here before. I'm not the aggressor, I'm the guy getting punished. And he'll look to Gumtown and Nielsen or Gumtown and be like, it's your turn. Milk it for all it's worth, but be prepared for an exit strategy. Generating conflict with Forrest is like, why you ban me? Because I'm gonna get banned by YouTube sooner or later. You should. You're just too lazy. You should have been said, like, I documented all my work. But just like with any follower of Sloth, as soon as you get the bright idea, you get paranoid that somebody's going to steal it, or even worse, do better than you. Embrace paranoia as your friend, That paranoia is like a best friend who keeps coming back. You miss me yet? You must. Should is like how you get shoulder pain. Let me tell you, man, I said a lot of should. I should have been able to save my mom from dying from 2 types of cancer. Guess what? I didn't fucking do it. Never will. That ship has sailed. You, on the other hand, my friend, have a chance to rewrite history for yourself. You can waste all your time soliciting anus pics and naked pictures, but on this forum, Godlike Productions, there's a girl named Lori. And then the dudes were like, listen, all of you are drinking 9 gallons of her piss just to see where it came from. That shit's stupid. Yeah, temptation is better than paranoia. That's satanic. Satan is the second most powerful guy of all time. Only Jesus beat him. If you want to be Satan now, all hail literally Satan. I'm going to put that in my chat, all right? That way nobody can ever backtrack. And YouTube can fuck off and destroy a 4th channel. Again, please remember all the language. Alt is short for alternate. After Nate comes you. The world's worst thing, and I know Sean is Nathaniel, is that for some odd Texan reason, your name is also Nathaniel Mendez, but with a different set of middle names, which could be your birth or government name. Okay? Now I'm going to play your music video. Hey, Tom. Nice. I don't ever want to hate you, so don't show me your bed. Is this like Oasis? Don't say I don't do anything nice for you. Brooklyn dancing. You know how loud it is? Empty. I always groove to music. You should make this the Chatterbox theme song. I like it. Tom could groove to this. I just fixed my lumberjack into it. They gave me an axe. I want to show you something that as a trophy. You see this? Look at this shit. This is mine now. Yeah. I have a notepad. This is mine. I look like a traffic cop. I can slap people with this. I'm gonna just, like tone it down a bit. I'm gonna just, like tone it down a bit. If this was full volume, I don't know. See, this is like a concentration camp. You don't see all the ghosts. It's just empty to you, right? You see the Chrysler building right there? My finger, it looks like it's bigger, it's not. I'm looking at this, it's like we had 3 feet of flooding in the subway. As you wanted to be, and now you want to be. Now you want to. 3 years ago, he was on Spotify and all these things. Then he decided to defend all the children. Now he's homeless. I didn't know who he was until he let me know. You are that important. Yeah? It's important. You gotta be somewhere. Every day I don't get tackled. Give me all your money by the police. Because they know I'm broke. All I have is moral support for them. Look at that, from Brooklyn. That's you. A tow truck. You're a mess, dude. You pretend everything's alright, but you got some empty shit inside. Listen to this song, man. Never had a team. Never trusted anybody. You don't trust your dad. You don't trust me. You don't trust your dealer. You don't trust your fans. You don't trust your government. You don't even trust your guns. They're talking shit behind you. Your back all the time. When's he ever going to use this? All this hoarding, but no action. Go to a shooting range, do some paper targets. When do we taste blood? Anyway, if you read that, I noticed all of you didn't all hail him. I was the only one being, and I passed the torch. And he can resist it all he likes, but one day he's going to say to, like, Nielsen, all hail you. I'm one copyright strike away from being taken down for all time. Do well. Take good care of my chatterbox. Can you imagine him in 30 years watching bass fishing videos? I mean, my dad used to watch this and I hated it. Now I understand the piece. Anyway, I'll see you all on the bus. You know? I'm just gonna pretend these two remaining chatters in my chat, like, out of all 9 billion or 11, like, one of them is Satan, and I was right by that honk honk, and the other one is Jesus Christ, the Black Nazarene. Thanks for being here. If you don't like these rules, resign. That's all you gotta do publicly. Bye.